Hello, I'm Bernard Hickey from interest.co.nz and welcome to 90 at 9, brought to you in association with Bank of New Zealand. This is your morning briefing where you get everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock, starting now with news that US President Barack Obama has proposed a budget where he spends $3.7 trillion. However, there's only $2.1 trillion of revenues coming in to back that, which means the US government plans to run a budget deficit this year of $1.6 trillion. That's 10.9% of GDP. The US government is also near its $14.3 trillion debt ceiling, and the Congress will have to agree to lift that. US interest costs are actually expected to triple to 3.1% of GDP by 2016. To give you an idea, that means by 2016, the US government's deficit, 82% of that will be interest costs on the previous debt. Now that's near an unsustainable debt spiral. To give you an idea, Portugal is at 69%. So America, within 4 years at its current spending rate, would be worse than Portugal. The Republicans are opposed to this budget, and a big fight looms in the Congress about getting this through. So why should we care here in New Zealand? Well, the key thing is that US interest rates are underpinning the entire interest rates of the world. So what happens when US interest rates move is that our interest rates will move as well. Currently, US long-term interest rates are relatively low. The 10-year yield on the US Treasury actually fell overnight by 2 basis points to 3.61%. And the 30-year Treasury bond, that actually fell 3 basis points to 4.66%. But we should all watch these US Treasury markets closely because it's clear there are real concerns about the financial sustainability of the US budget. Now, the US Federal Reserve is still buying these bonds, effectively printing money to try and make the problem go away. But what happens when the Fed stops printing? Meanwhile, in New Zealand, relatively mixed signals on the New Zealand economy. Retail sales figures for the December quarter were very weak, much weaker than expected. However, Freightways, which moves parcels around and is a bit of a bellwether for the economy, it reported relatively strong results. However, it remains cautious about the future. New Zealand dollar down slightly to 75.5 US cents on those weak retail sales figures. I'm Bernard Hickey. That was 90 at 9, brought to you in association with Bank of New Zealand.